her uncle was in the classics club, just like Oraki's sister, who actually told him to be in the classics club. Is kind of personality. She's very curious, so she would ask his ask her uncle about literally everything, but just that one, like anything to do with classics club, that's the one topic where he does not want to answer. Yeah. And finally, what she wants to know is what he said to her about the classics club, because she mentions that she doesn't remember at all what he told him. And that is weird, because normally when someone tells you something, aren't you supposed to remember it? I don't know, like, if someone actually told something important to me, I wouldn't remember it, but I feel like I think what happened was when her uncle told her, I think it was like a very big shock. It kind of made her feel a bit unable to control her thoughts. Like, it was probably a big shocker to her. So maybe that's why she couldn't remember. Oh, Araki. Seriously, saying that makes you such a life savior in her life, seriously, yeah. I feel like he just wants to give a shot, you know? He just wants to see how much he can solve. Yeah. Even if you fail, you still try. That's how real life works as well, you know? I relate to that. Just the feeling of just, finally finishing an exam. Just that feeling of putting your pen down and just being like, yep, that's done and done, you know? After relaxing, you know, like, I want to find out what my results are. It's that time of waiting for your result just gives me some sort of anxiety as well. You know, just getting a result gives you satisfaction or unsatisfaction, whatever you feel when you get your grade. But yeah, just the final, just like the moment where I get my result, that's probably where I will be most relaxed. Yeah, like after finishing my exam, a little bit relaxed. So the problem is that the biology prep room used to be where the classics club was before, but this fella here won't let them in, which I think is a little bit mysterious in itself. I think he's probably keeping a secret. I mean, he's probably also hiding something as well, true. That's why he doesn't want them in. Hyouka. That's the title of the series. I'll probably put it here, but like, I can't remember what it means. It means something, but I just forgot what it meant. But this is making me curious. What even happened to her uncle? This is like probably the biggest mystery in the whole series, right? Once we find out what happened, the truth might make us feel a lot of things. Truth is so painful to listen to. That's why I think people keep truth a secret. Not because they want to hide things, it's just that they really don't want to know, because it's just not something they can take. Yeah. There's always that saying where not knowing something is probably the best, you know? Better than actually knowing it, because knowing it will make you feel a lot of difficult and just a lot of emotions that you don't even know how to handle yourself. Oh my god! So shocking. I before, so Chitanda actually says there are things in the world best left forgotten. I said something before about saying some things are just best not know. Some things are best to just not know. Okay, I think I'm being a bit dramatic, but okay, come on. I mean, I'm also like someone who writes stuff as well, so a lot of things you just learn when you go through life, not like it's not like a it's not like a puzzle you can't solve, that kind of thing. It's just like a thing you just realize through like um life experience. Yes, that's more like it. You should ask other people for help as well. Like, don't just, I feel bad that Oriki has to, like, do this on his own as well. Having two more people can, really help a lot. More helpers is needed. Oh, they're visiting her house? Oh, yeah, because, she told everyone, so they're probably going to, like, discuss what happened. She's a rich person. I mean, yeah, her family is one of the richest people. Yeah, and his grades are also dull as well. I mean, in general, everything is quite dull. Like, he's just average in everything except for detective work. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, or he should just stick to being like a mystery solver. Like, he's good at it anyway. It's quite big. It's really big. It's like a really massive house. Yeah, look, he's working. He's using his cogs. So basically, he's saying, when did it start? June was when the students had like a discussion or negotiation meeting with like the teacher, and October was when the culture fair started. Who started this? Obviously, June Sekitani. It was Shitanda's uncle that started it. But then also yeah, and then I think also covering what everyone else said, the student body was involved. There was some sort of like rebellion, wasn't there? Like, especially between the students and teachers. That's why there was like a mention of a fight, because it was probably something to do with it's something to do with authority, right? So rebellion always happens because authority um, does something unfair to the students. So like it's like kind of saying that the culture fair they mentioned was cut short due to some sort of authority reasons. I don't even know. And I guess back to Chitanda's point, he became a hero to like a legend. So probably Jun Sekitani did something to stop this authority from, you know, doing what they wanted to do. So the rebellion started. What is kind of confusing is that there's a lot of like different sources telling us what is going on, but like the problem is the how. How is like, how did it all start? How did it all take place? Yeah, that's the problem, because we're seeing all these facts in front of us, but the how is just kind of a little bit confusing. As firstly, none of them were there, so how could you know what happened? Secondly, some of these sources could be biased as well. Like, some people could be saying false things, like that sources are like that. Bias is quite common in sources. Sometimes sources only carry out things that are from one's point of view. So on the teacher's point of view, it could be a meeting. On the student's point of view, it was some sort of rebellion, like that kind of thing. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Wow, just wow. Oreki does it again. He's kind of like Sherlock Holmes, just gets the job done right away. It's quite satisfying seeing him just like put everything into detail and figure things out. Like, oh my god, his explanation, like, oh, like it was quite a long explanation, but I understood it. Wow. So that's what happened. He was expelled. And because he had something to do with this, they just had to expel him, I guess. And had to be after the whole like culture fair, because if it was like during, it would be caused quite a stir. But anyway, yeah. Well done, Oreki. You did it again. You did it again.